Hey there lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie, where I love to talk all things makeup. And in this video, I am going to be covering how to contour and how to highlight your face correctly. So I'm going to be using a mixture of cream and powder products to achieve this entire look. When it comes to contouring and highlighting, contouring is putting darker makeup in the hollows of our face or any place that we want to hide some places of our face. Maybe you have some jowls going on here, under your jawline, a double chin, and that contouring is really going to darken that and make it hide in the shadows. And then we use something like a highlighter, like maybe a concealer, or we use an actual highlighter to help us bring the features out of our face, brighten them up, make them stand out to emphasize those parts of our face. I've already got a base of foundation on and a little bit of mascara and lipstick. And the places that you want to place a contour are depending on the size of your forehead. My forehead isn't too bad. I actually like the size of my forehead, but I like to put just a little bit right here because I do have a bit of a widow's peak, and pushing that back into the shadows. I'm also, because I have large cheeks and kind of a strong jawline, I like to contour my cheeks a little bit here, but I'm not going to come too far down. So if I smile and I try and feel for this bone right here, and I can feel, oh, there it is. There's the hollow of my cheek right here. If I were to put that right there, it's gonna really drag my face down. And because I have bigger cheeks, I really want to actually make my face look lifted. So I'm gonna do that. This is the hollow of my cheek, and I'm actually going to come up a little bit. And I'm gonna first start back here in my hairline and bringing it down. Because as I blend, that's when it will start to maybe come down just a little bit, but that's okay because it'll look blended, right? And I don't want to come too far forward, because if I bring it all the way forward this way, I'm going to really start to make it look muddy and dirty, and I want that to stay very clean and well blended. The other place that I want to contour that I was talking about is right here under my jawline. I'm going to start right here at my chin, and it's almost kind of like going under my jaw, but also just the edge of my face right here. I'm bringing this all the way back up in here. So you can see how I've already cut out underneath my jawline, my cheek, and then my forehead. I'm starting to bring some depth and dimension to my face. If you look at this side, this half of my face, it's all just one note from my foundation, and that's the point of foundation. And then if you look at this side, you can see where, okay, I'm starting to create a shape with my face. Some other places you might want to contour is the bridge of your nose right here. You're just gonna stick to this side part of your nose. You can use an eyeshadow brush for this if you want to use something smaller. And I bring it all the way up into my eyebrow, okay? And then I'm going to also put it on the edge of my nose here. And if you want to get the cute little button nose, you could also bring a little bit across your nose. I actually already have a naturally button nose, and so I'm not going to do that. Last place that I want to contour is actually my eyelids. So I'm going to close. I have hooded eyes, and normally I would say look straight ahead and then place it, but I'm actually going to close my eye, and I know that the crease of my eye is right here. This is where my brow bone ends and the socket of my eye is. And so I'm actually going to kind of go in the middle of that so that I get my hood as well as getting some of my crease. And then get a little bit more. And you can bring it out this way. It's going to give you a very lifted look, a very intentional look, and it's not going to drag your eyes down, because if I were to follow the curvature of my eye, bring it down here, I'm dragging my eyes down. And you notice how everything is up. I want to really chisel out my face there. Now that I've got the contour placed, I want to come in and I want to highlight, okay? It's not enough just to put contour on your face. You really want to put those highlighting aspects as well to help brighten the features that you want brightened. I'm going to be coming in with my Nars Potted Concealer, very, very well loved as you can see. And first place that I want to highlight is here in the corner of my eye. So I want to follow this contour of my eye that I created here to continue that lifted look. And I'm not going to fill this empty space right here under my eye because I have a lot of wrinkles right there just naturally from smiling. And so if I were to put a whole bunch of concealer there, as the day goes on, it's going to start creasing and it's going to look very crepey and heavy. Other places I would want to highlight right here. And I'm just showing you half of my face so that you can see what it looks like. And then I'm going to come down the bridge of my nose, on my chin. And then if you want to make this, extra clean right here. So this is what it looks like without any contour or highlight. And then this is what it looks like before I've got it all blended out. You can already see how much my face is going to be chiseled out and how much it's going to have a lot of definition. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out and then we'll go ahead and put the powder products on top. Now that I have that all blended out, a couple of things to note. If you notice that maybe your contour came too far, out this way that I can see right there, I could come in with that brush that I was using for my concealer and I can just kind of go around that edge and clean it up a little bit. And now around my forehead maybe a little. Any place that you see that it needed just a little touch up. Use the tools that you already use for the products because they will have some residual and they'll be able to put that back on your face. In contour, you do want to set it so that it will last all day. I'm going to be coming in with a translucent powder and I'm going to be baking. Now, the reason for baking is that one, it is going to really set that concealer so that it lasts all day. And two, it's also going to create brightness. And that's what highlighting is. Again, we want to bring the light, the brightness back to our face. So I'm going to put this right where I put the concealer. I'm going to look up so that I can kind of straighten out those wrinkles a little bit. And then stamp it where I put that concealer. So we're just going to let that sit and marinate and bake. And I also like to come up around my nose so we can really get that contour on our nose. And then come down the bridge of my nose, up between my eyebrows, my chin, and last but not least, we're going to come down below that contour that we put on our cheeks. While that is there, I'm going to be coming in with my powder bronzer. And I'm going to set that contour that I put around my face to help warm my face up. This is just going to help re-emphasize everything that we applied. And also bring this down your neck so that you don't have this really harsh dark line under your neck. And everything is blended. Okay, we've let that powder sit for a little bit and now we're just going to come with a brush and lightly brush it off. And you see how chiseled I look everywhere? How bright it looks where I put that powder. And especially you can see right here where I put that contour in my eyes and I put the concealer underneath and then I put that powder, and it just looks so chiseled out. And even underneath, right here, underneath of that cheek contour that we put there. Now I'm gonna come in with some highlighter. This is gonna be your last highlight that you want to do. And this is going to be anywhere that the sun would naturally hit you. So if you were to go outside, kind of turn your face, if you have a mirror, and you can kind of turn your face and see where does that sun naturally hit my cheekbones or anywhere on my face. That's where we want to highlight. For me, and typically for everyone, it's going to be right here on your cheekbone. I like to put mine kind of more right here in the corner of my eye and then coming down, almost like a little Nike swoop coming down. And then the other place I like to put it is right here on the temple. And then I like to put it on my brow, just right here at the top of my brows, just a little bit. And to really make that contour on our nose stand out, I'm gonna highlight the end of my nose and then the bridge of my nose. And you can put a little bit on your chin right here too. And that's how you contour and highlight your face. From here, you can go on and put blush, and you can do a fancy eyeshadow look to really bring this all together. I hope you were able to learn something from this video. If you did, then go ahead and watch this video that I've got here that I posted last week about every single makeup step, what it is, how to use it, and how to apply it. You won't want to miss it. This really ties into that and will just give you every step that you need to apply your makeup like a pro. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!